Hi, hello, and welcome to KNTV. You are watching Inside Indian Football episode number 92. And apologize from our side, the previous video need to be pulled down due to some, I don't know, the technical reasons, so-called technical reasons again. But you guys are also watching this stream on directly on a Facebook page. I hope so. Oh, a Facebook stream has been deleted. Why? Who did this? उसने फेसबुक स्ट्रीम डिलीट कर दी सात्विक ने. अरे you have sent it on Facebook also, Ankush? He has deleted the Facebook stream instead of deleting the actual video. क्या बोला उसको यार? Chalo, let's start. I think there's some miscommunication, and thank you for everyone joining in. Lots of important topics need to be discussed. Asian Games. There's a politics behind the Indian Asian Game teams, Indian football team in Asian Game. There is a major update regarding the broadcast industry in India. Star Sports, who is running for ISL broadcasting rights till now, is we are told there is some major development between Disney and Star Sports relationship. Disney is the owner of the Star Sports. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about also the Indian football team, IUA politics between PT Usha and Mr. Kalyan Chaubey, who is also the president of All India Football Federation, alongside the various other transfer news in Indian football, ISL, and the other stuff which Durand Cup is coming soon. So thank you very much for everybody joining in. There is lots of stuff. Shooting stars, thank you very much. Hi Dark Knight, Sivraj. Hi sir, big fan. Football. सुनील छेत्री, हम सब भी सुनील छेत्री के बड़े फैन हैं भाई. शिवराज सिंह पवार, इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम एशियन गेम it's unlikely now. Physics, intellectual, it's unlikely, but we'll talk about these kind of issue, the complete timeline about Asian Games, what's happening there, why IOA have changed their stand. Initially they sent the Indian football names to the Asian Games. Now the president have yesterday come in a press release and said they will not send indirectly said that they will not send the Indian football team. So what's the reason behind that? We have to also see into it. We'll discuss, because we talk to the people both in IOA, which is Indian Olympic Association, and the All India Football Federation, because the two federations are going against each other, and there is a sports ministry who needs to take the decision. But sports ministry by their own can't take the decision have to come through from IOA and SAI, which is Sports Authority of India. Then sports industry ministry can approve the decision, and along that side, and this is great opportunity for Indian football to play at the highest level. Asian Games is a good level. You can play, for example, Japan under 23 team, which itself is a great preparation for our under 23 boys who are also part of the senior teams. Majority players in our team are also part, under 23 team players are a part of our senior team. So it's a great preparation. There is under 23 championship qualifiers also starting. So that's another reason that these games will serve as a great experience for them also. So I think let's also look into why this top 8 sports ranking in team sports have come into picture, because one place, same IOA and same ministry is sending 2 wrestlers without any trials. They're just going based on their reputation. On the other hand, where the of 2 football teams, they're the growing football teams. The game is growing in India. There's a fantastic progress have been done on the pitch and off the pitch by football in India, and you are stopping those football team because eventually they already qualified. There is no qualification in the team sports as such, but when there is a qualification happening in the individual sports like wrestling, you are sending 2 wrestlers just because they have done some protest, and I'm not demeaning the protest done by them, but where is the trial for those? For both the wrestlers, why they are going directly to the Asian Games? What about the young wrestler like Antim Pangal? She has done so well at the world wrestling level that she is now denied the chance to play in the Asian Games. There's another the wrestler in the male category who have defeated a wrestler who defeated Bajrang Punia 10-0, and now he is also not going because he is not getting the direct trial for the Asian Games. So one side, IOA with this politics and everything everything, sending 2 wrestlers without any trials direct to the Asian game. On the other side, where the Indian football teams, for example, the women's team is the 10th and 11th rank in Asia, they are not going. The men's team, of course, they are 18th rank in Asia. It's a growing team. They are not going. But without playing, how do you know that, and football is a game with where underdogs have always performed well, always surprise people, and then you're not sending them, not giving them chance to be underdog in a massive continental, and talking about Asian Games, Indian football team has a bigger legacy in Asian Games than any team sports in India, maybe other than hockey only. Every year, basketball, volleyball, all other team sports, Indian football team have a legacy in Asian Game. 1962 Asian Games, India did so well. 1950, 51 Asian Game, India was gold medalist winner of the year. So again, when you have a legacy in these kind of tournament, you can't do what you have done with a team sport like that. And I will come into it that why why PT Usha and why I don't know. PT Usha is former Indian international athlete. He's one of the best we have produced in track and field, and she is now president of IOA. So what happened here is that you have to see also. What happened here? The IOA sends the name to the Asian Games, that we are sending the football team names to the Asian Games committee, and will wait for sports ministry approval, which can come till 26th of July. And they were waiting for Mr. Kalyan Chaubey to come back from Paris. He was in a meeting in the Paris. He came back on Tuesday. He also today had a meeting in the AFF also regarding. He met the sports ministry also and presented the case for the football team. Now here's a catch. He's also the joint secretary of the Indian Olympic Association and acting CEO of the same. There is also IOA has sources in IOA has informed me the Egos team match social media post where he requested Mr. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi directly has not gone well in the books of IOA and sports ministry. They felt that how can be a national team coach directly address the prime minister of the country. So I think that's also have not gone well with the IOA and the sports ministry. So that's another reason where the new saga started. And IOA, the PT Usha camp feels that why Kalyan Chaubey is lobbying for football in Asian Games, why he is meeting sports ministry. But then he is the president of All India Football Federation. It's his job to do it. And to present the best case for football in India. And I think first, once you have done it, now you're saying that we gave the approval. IOA now they backtracking on the word. They're saying they can't send Indian football team, and I think this issue has gone to the level where two camps are going head to head against each other. And as per now, we are not going because IOA is the main body in this case who have to approve the application. And if IOA is saying no, then there is no chance we are going, because earlier understanding was IOA has already sent the names of the players to the Asian Games committee, and they will wait for sports ministry's clearance, which can come till 26th of July to finally send the team in the Asian Games. But now IOA yesterday in the press release have said that the only top 8 teams rank in top 8 will be sent to the Asian Games so that they can win the medals, blah blah blah. Other than maybe cricket or maybe hockey, 2 team sports, we are not winning medals in basketball, for example. But basketball team will go in the Asian Games, and they are not also in the top 8. As somebody, I think Ganesh Nayak also commented on the same. In the previous scheduled video, Ganesh Nayak commented very thing. That we are not top 8 in these particular sports, and still we are sending our sending our basketball teams and other teams. So I think that's the major problem here. And I think I hope that somebody at sports ministry, somebody at SAI see it, and able to tell PT Usha ji, she's a senior Indian athlete. So I think instead of because this is the thing, your committee is approving one thing, then president is backtracking that decision. Now we are back to square zero again. All the things in the right till yesterday was before yesterday was that sports ministry need to approve the Indian football team in Asian Games. Now we back to zero. Now IOA have to approve it again. They have sent the names, but they're saying now they don't recommending sports ministry to send teams outside the top 8. So I think and I think reason here is two. What I'm told. One is the PT Usha camp feel that why Kalyan Chaubey going outside his capacity in IOA, to convince Indian Sports Ministry to send their team to the Asian Games. But he is not doing as IOA Joint Secretary and IOA CEO. He's doing as a All India Football Federation President also. That's one factor. Another factor is the Indian football team head coach Ego's team at social media posts have not gone well in the eyes of Sports Ministry and All India Olympic Association. So I think and I think and as I said, I gave the example of wrestlers. I have full support what protests they have done, how it is done, and I hope the law will take its time, and the culprit will be behind the bar forever. But then you can't send those two wrestlers to the Asian Games without trial. That's not fair on the young wrestlers like Antim Pangal. And there is another Indian, I think there's a young Indian wrestler in men's category also who recently did well in the world stage. And he has come on and said, I think under 20 World Cup winner. Let me just check. Under 23 Asian champion Sujit Kalkal, and he said very good things. Sujit Kalkal said that I had wrestled with Bajrang Punia airbag during Commonwealth Games trial, which was very very close. During the trial, Bajrang was handed a direct semi-finals entry, and we all contested in all the bouts. Also, Bajrang was given direct entry into the World Championship 2020 without any trial. The American wrestler Yani, against whom Bajrang lost 10-0, I have defeated him in the World Ranking Series 8-2. So again, IU as a body, one sport, you're not giving fair trials to our young wrestlers. You're just sending and the Bajrang Punia and both Bajrang Punia and the other wrestler both are the senior wrestler, but then there need to be a fair trial for them, and Vinesh Phogat, both of the Bajrang Punia, they should go through a trial, and in trial also why they are seated in the semi-final. If other wrestlers are playing more bouts, than them, because how wrestling bouts goes, they goes back to back, so there is not enough rest time sometime in between the bouts. So I think at one place you're not using giving the young wrestlers a chance, or young wrestlers who have done very well recently at the world stage, not at the India stage, world stage, to compete with Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat to have a place in Asian Games. You're sending them directly. That's politics. On the other side, you have a rule that you can't send team. You have a rule that you are the IU as a body going to promote or going to send teams who are top 8 in their particular sports to the Asian Games. But in Asia, in AFC, there are 45 teams. By the way, the arm women's team are 11th in the Asia, men's team is 18th in the Asia. It's not very far, and football is totally a different sport. You can't compare it with a sport like cricket, for example. There were hardly 8 Asian countries play cricket properly. If you put the Asian countries, India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan 3, Bangladesh 4, maybe Nepal 5. Then you put UAE, Oman, China, आप सबको डाल लो, Thailand को भी डाल लो, तब भी 8 countries नहीं हो रही है cricket में, by the way. In football, there are 45 countries in Asia, and it's not easy to get into top 8. How much support IO has done to the football to be in top 8 as a sport, and without playing, how will reach top 8? If everybody thinks like that, why other cricket teams are sending their cricket teams? China should not play cricket then, because they have no chance of winning it. And there are many examples in the Asian Games contingent, I am sure, who are not going to win any medal, but they are still there. Because then the selective politics is not good. Then if you're going to put a selection criteria, put it all across the genre, not just to the particular sports like football. Then why are the other sports which and now Ganesh Nayak says handball, volleyball, basketball are not under 8 rankings? They are still going. So this is selective politics of IOA, because I think PT Usha and her camp feel that Kalyan Chaube is getting more popular because football is a popular sport. So that's why he's getting more popular. And there is no harm into it. PT Usha is a legend of Indian sports, and we are not against the athlete PT Usha. We are against what the politician or the president of IOA PT Usha is doing right now. Kalyan Chaube will be popular because he is the president of one of the most popular sport in the world in India. He's a former footballer himself. He will be the popular. Football is the popular sport in the world. शायद football से बड़ा कोई sport दुनिया में है ही नहीं. To give an example. You can't compare football popularity, cricket popularity, or even basketball, even any sports popularity with football. Football 206 nations play football, so that's tell you. And there was quite a strong fact that FIFA has more members as their association than UN has countries in their list. So I think and this is very, very, very bad what PT USA and IOA are doing with Indian football. And I think time for Indian football as a community to stand together, and I think make sure that your voices are heard. You can clip the video from this video. I have no problem. Put it on Twitter. I have no problem. But what IOA is doing is selective politics. What they're doing with football. Their stands are not same for all the sports, for all the other topics which they are taking against football. Just because they feel that the AFF president should not present the case of football to the sports ministry, just because they feel that as a joint secretary of IOA and as a CEO of IOA, he is getting more popular, but then he is also the president of All India Football Federation. So I think just popularity के चक्कर से आप अगर आपका कुछ पर्सनल है ईगो बैटल, अगर इफ यू हैव अ पर्सनल ईगो बैटल ऑफ विद कल्याण चौबे, आप यू सेटल इट डाउन ना. Why you are making our sport suffer from it? Why are you snatching away a chance of young Indian footballers away from representing India in a continental showpiece, a big tournament where Indian football legacy is bigger than any team sports, maybe other than hockey, any team sports in India. Indian football has a bigger legacy, compared to what any team sports in Asian Games. आप बास्केटबॉल, वॉलीबॉल किसी की उठा के भी देख लीजिए, जो लेगेसी इंडियन टीम की एशियन गेम्स में है, वो लेगेसी किसी भी टीम स्पोर्ट्स की अदर देन हॉकी में इंडिया की नहीं. इवन क्रिकेट की भी नहीं. क्रिकेट तो अभी जाना चालू हुआ एशियन गेम्स में, तो ये एक मुझे बहुत आई एम वेरी हर्ट विद दिस. आज मॉर्निंग में ही yesterday they sent the press release, the IOS sent the press release, and and they told about that they might not send they might not send the Indian football team, because earlier whole issue was कि इंडिया का स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री का अप्रूवल रहता है. नाउ there is IOA is not putting the team ahead, then sports ministry can't put it. India was the gold medalist in Asian Games 1951. India was the gold medalist in 1962 Asian Games, जिसकी legacy, जिसकी story हमारे पास है. India was the fourth in 1958 Asian Games. India was the third in 1970 Asian Games. And that's the thing. And I hope, I really hope that finally Indian team is given a chance, but looks very unlikely this stage, because this ego battle and the politics between the PT USA and her camp against football is hammering our sports. And I think this is terrible in terms of what they are doing, IOA. And IOA as a body does nothing for sports in India. I will be very honest. I know how federations are working. They are just there to put their monopoly over some issues, and to issues like, for example, these wrestlers, Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart are given direct entry to the Asian Games, which is shameful, because the young wrestlers who are better than them, performing regularly in the international circuit, are not given a trial against them. So they are taking decisions like these, not sending football team, sending wrestlers directly without trial. It's a political vendetta. It's political stage which IO has created against their own benefit. I think that's the only thing. I don't think why the IO has given this much power in India. I don't understand. When they are football federations, when they are sports federation, when the people have chosen to it, their proper voting system is there, they are affiliated to it. I don't know how IO can decide that this sports should go, this sports should not go. ऐसी बात है तो यार countries like अभी फ्रांस, इटली क्रिकेट खेलना ही नहीं चाहिए उनको, because वो तो अच्छे कभी बन ही नहीं पाएंगे. बिना खेले फुटबॉल कोई किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स में बिना खेले आप इंप्रूव कैसे कर सकते हो? यू हैव टू प्ले द स्पोर्ट टू इंप्रूव. घर पे बैठ के थोड़ा हम लोग टॉप 8 में पहुंच जाएंगे. पीटी उषा जी खेलेंगे तभी तो पहुंचेंगे टॉप 8 में. आप खेलने ही नहीं दोगे तो कैसे होगा? So I think the whole IOA is like a personal vendetta against a particular sports. And I think this is funny when I'm told in the morning that the PT USA gang is worried about the popularity Kalyan Chaubey is getting from football. You could have. So what football has to do with it. He is the president of Football India, Football Federation India. He will be popular if he does a right job for the sports in India. You do right as a IUA president, people will support you, and she was supported by everyone. When she became a IUA president, because former athlete, she bring lawyers to the in Indian sports in past. But just now you are getting into politics. It's not suiting you, PT Usha ji. आप please अपने अंदर झांक के देखिए एज अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, या आपके आसपास के जो लोग हैं आपको ये क्या एडवाइस कर रहे हैं. आप अपने आसपास अपने दोस्तों को नहीं, अपने 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 दुश्मनों को आपने बिठा रखा है. वो आपकी इमेज डिस्ट्रॉय कर रहे हैं एज अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, वो आपकी लेगेसी खराब कर रहे हैं एज अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन. आपको कुछ अपनी मन में आप झांक के देखिए ना. अगर आप ऐसे, तो यार मैं बोलना चालू करूंगा तो बहुत लंबी चीजें कहानी बढ़ जाएंगी, बट मतलब हॉकी की टीम नहीं जानी चाहिए थी ओलंपिक्स में. भैया हम तो टॉप 8 में, अगर ऐसे वुमेन्स टीम की रैंकिंग अभी नीचे थे, हमेशा गई है ना. तो वो चीज़ें हैं. ओलंपिक्स के लिए फुटबॉल में क्वालिफायर्स होता है, एशियन गेम्स के लिए नहीं होता क्वालिफायर्स. तो वो चीज़ है. तो अगर नहीं होता है तो लेट्स टीम स्पोर्ट्स को बाई इट्स नेचुरल एंड लेट देम डू इट. एंड आई थिंक गालियाँ देने की जरूरत नहीं है. प्लीज़ डोंट, देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी अब्यूज. इज इंडियन इंटरनेशनल. ओनली थिंग इज उनका ध्यान थोड़ा स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ लाया जाए, कि आप स्पोर्टिंग मेरिट के ऊपर आप डिसीजन लीजिए, स्पोर्ट्स की पॉपुलैरिटी के ऊपर डिसीजन लीजिए. और अगर आप पॉजिटिव डिसीजन लेते हैं इंडियन फुटबॉल के बारे में, हम आपको पॉपुलैरिटी देंगे. हम ये एज ए इंडियन फुटबॉल फैन मैं कह रहा हूँ, और मैं कोशिश करूँगा कम्युनिटी में पुश कराने के लिए. आप प्लीज़ एक पॉजिटिव डिसीजन लीजिए इंडियन फुटबॉल के बारे में. यू विल बी ऑल्सो गेटिंग द सेम पॉपुलैरिटी एज मे बी. अगर आप लोगों को लगता है कि कल्याण चौबे को ज़्यादा पॉपुलैरिटी मिल रही है बीइंग दी AFF प्रेसिडेंट, एंड यू ऑल्सो टेक पॉजिटिव डिसीजन, सो आपको भी मिल जाएगी पॉपुलैरिटी. अगर पॉपुलैरिटी का ही कहानी है, मैं पुश करूंगा. आप प्लीज़, हाथ जोड़ के विनती है, आप प्लीज़ 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 अलाउ इंडियन टीम इन द एशियन गेम्स. एंड नाउ इफ IOA say no, ministry can't do anything. Somehow that's the thing. Ministry can't anything. And I hope Indian football fans and politely ट्विटर पे जाके, जहाँ पे भी आपको लगता है, आपको जहाँ आप कर सकते हो, यू कैन क्लिप एनी पार्ट ऑफ दिस वीडियो टिल नाउ, सेंड इट अक्रॉस ऑन ट्विटर, पुट इट ऑन ट्विटर. मुझे भी टैग करिए, हैशटैग यूज़ कर सकते हैं इंडियन फुटबॉल फॉर एशियन गेम्स. खेलना को टैग करिए, मुझे टैग करिए. एंड हम PT सर जी को पॉपुलर कर देंगे. अगर और ज़्यादा वो पॉपुलर हैं, और पॉपुलर कर देंगे अगर वो पॉजिटिव स्टेप लेते हैं इंडियन फुटबॉल के लिए. और मैं फिर बोलूँगा, बिना खेले कोई स्पोर्ट्स टीम टॉप 8 में एशिया में नहीं पहुंचेगी. उनको खेलना पड़ेगा तभी वो टॉप 8 में पहुंचेंगे. सो नायन जी कह रहे हैं, सर बास्केटबॉल, हैंडबॉल, कराटे, वॉली, दीज आर स्पोर्ट्स नॉट इन टॉप इन एशिया, व्हाट दे आर गोइंग टू, वाई. नायन, वही मेरा सवाल है. ये सेलेक्टिव वेंडेटा पॉलिटिक्स है फुटबॉल के अगेंस्ट, जस्ट बिकॉज आपके पर्सनल ईगोज मैच नहीं कर रहे हैं और वो क्लैश कर रहे हैं. एंड आई होप दिस इज चेंज. एंड वी आर गोइंग टू पुट, डोंट वरी, हम ऑलरेडी काफ़ी चीज़ें डाल रहे हैं. क्या नहीं डाल रहे हैं तो वो मैं ऑलरेडी टीम से बात कर लूँगा कि इस चीज़ को वो क्लिप करके भी डाल सकते हैं बाकी ट्विटर हैंडल में. बट ठीक है. कबड्डी एंट्री कंट्री तो ना यार, गालियाँ नहीं देनी यार प्लीज़. देखिए वो चीज़ का कोई मतलब नहीं, गालियाँ नहीं देनी. वी शुड सपोर्ट कीजिए. देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी अब्यूज इन एनीथिंग. भाई FSDL 10 करोड़ का लोन क्यों वेव ऑफ कर दिया ATK मोहन बगान का, विच इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग द फाइनेंशियल स्टेडियम. वो तो देखो उनको बताना पड़ेगा क्या सेटलमेंट हुई है. वो मैंने फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ढंग से पढ़ी नहीं है, इतना टाइम लगा नहीं, इसलिए वुमेन को हाई पोस्ट देना नहीं. ये आप अब ये मैन वर्सेस वुमेन की तरफ मत जाइए, ठीक है भाई. वो वी सपोर्ट. नाउ लेट्स कम टू दी लेट्स मी ओपन ऑल्सो डॉक्यूमेंट which I have to go through, starting with the Indian footballers. The ISL broadcast still not decided, but during the week Khel Now did an exclusive story कि स्टार के साथ डील 5+4 ईयर का खत्म हो चुका है. Now they are, Star Sports have told FSDL, go in the market and find the value if you can find for the ISL broadcast. Like similar thing happened for Pro Kabaddi League when Star say to the Pro Kabaddi, आप मार्केट में जाके वैल्यू देखिए, if he interested हम तो bid करेंगे. And nobody picked the Pro Kabaddi League tender bid for the broadcast, only Star did it. Now same thing is happening with football also, but I'm told 3 parties are interested, all 3 top broadcasters in India: Star Sports, of course Viacom 18 with Sports 18, and Sony is also are interested. And Sony's Durand Cup move They have announced 2-year partnership with the Duran Cup now, shows that they are interested in the domestic football. So people who are tagging me in our story saying Sony no chance, Sony have a side chance to get these rights of ISL also if they can bid it right smartly. There is reason with the Viacom issue is Viacom का सिर्फ 2 ही चैनल है एंड उनके पास उनका बुके है जो लाइव ब्रॉडकास्टिंग का लाइव स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट्स का बहुत बड़ा है. They still don't have enough channels to show all these events accordingly in multiple languages and everything, which Star and Sony both have. So, ideally best deal for Indian football is, if they can give broadcast TV rights to either Star or Sony, and maybe Jio can keep the digital rights with them, so that there should be no problem. But I think we need Sony or Star because उनकी reach बहुत अच्छी है regional languages में भी. Sports 18 तो regional language भी चालू किया, उनके channels है ही नहीं उनके पास regional channel में करने के लिए. But here is a catch also. There is a video के title में, as you can see, Star Sports up for sale. I am told, I am told this is another very interesting development in Indian sports industry, that Star Sports, which is now owned by Disney, Disney bought the the global company for Star, is now looking for a stake sale or a full sale for Star Sports. And here is a very interesting thing. I am told Reliance is interested in either stake sale or buying some kind of a stake in Star Sports, or buying the whole Star Sports from Disney. तो ये भी हो जाए तो अच्छी बात है. टीवी पे स्टार स्पोर्ट्स पे आप डिजिटल दिखाइए जियो पे, जैसे मैं कह रहा था. एंड आई थिंक यही होना चाहिए, आईएसएल के लिए बेस्ट रहेगा. विद स्टार के साथ टीवी पे बहुत रीच मिलेगी. देयर डिफरेंट चैनल्स, उनके मलयालम भी है, तमिल भी है, बंगाल भी है, कर्नाटका में भी उनके चैनल है लोकल लैंग्वेज का, मराठी चैनल भी है. सो यू कैन शो फुटबॉल इन डिफरेंट चैनल्स. एंड आई थिंक वो चीज़ है. एंड मुझे लगता है कि ये पॉसिबिलिटी है, बट दिस माइट टेक 6 month period from now. So I think it will be interesting to see how the broadcasting, which will be solved in next 6-7 days, will be done for ISL. Who will win the rights and everything. But this Disney's development regarding the selling Star Sports, either the stake or a full sale, is very interesting. And Reliance is interested into it. It's also very interesting fact. And I'm told party from Qatar is also interested buying the Star Sports from Disney, for a 100% sale. So I think that's bring you the two parties now, Qatar versus Reliance, for buying Star Sports. So that's very interesting thing. If I look into the broadcasting industry, I think it's good to have more and more players in broadcasting. But looks like we might settle it down with 2 and 3 again if Star Sports is bought by Reliance. I think Qatar, if buy that's altogether different story. May I know where you get the news? भाई कौन था ये काय एम्पायर यार. ये न्यूज़ हम लोग इंडस्ट्री में काम करते हैं. आई एम ऑलवेज टॉकिंग टू दी industry experts on regular basis, so these kind of news keep on coming. I think there's some kind of a news also in some business newspaper which you can go, but not in that detail which I gave you. So the Star Sports, Disney is looking to sell some kind of stakes of Star Sports or sell it fully, and I'm told Reliance and a party from Qatar is interested into it, but the structure of the deal is still not decided. That what will they sell it full? Will they sell some kind of a stake? But I think Reliance buying Star Sports is a good sign for Indian football, because then you can get a bouquet of star channels, different languages, and Jio Cinemas, Jio TV reach digital is also great. Hotstar will stay with Disney. They are not going to sell Hotstar. It's just for the TV sports channels. Sony should be broadcast of ISL, because currently they are only only having a Champions League, whereas the Sports 18 have La Liga. That's the problem with Sports 18. They have a La Liga, they have Serie A, they have other cricket matches, and they have also lots of badminton, lots of athletics, and then there are more football games they have. So the channels are not enough with the Sports 18. So I think having Star or a Sony on TV is a great deal for ISL, just for ISL brand. सर आज FIFA मंसूर स्टार्ट हो गया. न्यूजीलैंड नॉर्वे में अराउंड 50,000 crowd, Australia और 70,000 crowd are these nations supporting the football team at high, even women's, and they are multi sports country. आप न्यूजीलैंड देखिए, that top in multiple sports, just not in football, multi sports country. ठीक है, let's move quickly to the next topic now. And अभी तक हमने एशियन गेम्स की बात ऑलरेडी कर दी है. प्लीज़ आई थिंक हम क्लिप करके ही डाल देंगे, या आप लोग डाल देना. आपको क्लिप करना हो तो कर सकते हो, कोई इशू नहीं है. उसके अलावा प्री सीजन्स हैव बीन स्टार्टेड बाय मल्टीपल टीम्स. मोहन बगान स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 21st of July. Carlos Coudart is also on the way to the Kolkata. His visa application is also done. उसके अलावा चेन्नई ने बहुत स्मार्टली कोलकाता में ही प्री सीजन चालू कर लिया है, एंड ओवेन कोएल विल ज्वाइन देम सून. once his visa process and everything is clear. Uh, Kerala Blasters started the preseason in Kochi, and the bad news for Kerala Blasters is their Asian player Joshua Soteria suffered a injury, and he is under the 2-year contract. So either way, they have to get a replacement for him, or they can keep him registered. They registered him but don't play him, and then play him next year. So they have to figure out a way to do it. So I think that's have also changed the Kerala Blaster plans in the transfer market, especially in terms of foreigners. First club from ISL this season to go to the outside to the preseason is Thailand. Went to Thailand, Mumbai City FC. They went to Thailand for the preseason tour on 15th of July. So I think and good facilities. I've seen those facilities. India under 17 team was training in the similar facilities which is currently used by मुंबई सिटी एफसी. एशियन गेम्स का आपको मैंने क्लियरिटी कर दिया. फीफा रैंकिंग भी आ गई इंडिया की. इंडिया इज 99 रैंक इन एशिया नाउ, 18th in the world, 18th in Asia. India in pot 2 confirm officially, so that's a good news. And Igor Stimac requests have not gone well in the IOA, and that's why this whole politics regarding Indian football team have started. Let's talk about some transfers which are confirmed during the week. Jordan Murray is back in India to Chennai FC alongside Owen Kowal, who's also back in India to Chennai FC. Bangalore FC have signed their first striker of the season, which is Curtis Main. I think they're still going to look for one more striker, or maybe not because of Shiv Shakti and Sunil Chhetri. But Roy Krishna on the way has switched from Bangalore to Odisha FC. I think Roy Krishna is an interesting case because everybody thought, including Roy Krishna, very close that he might not come back to India. So Odisha FC has done well to convince him to sign him for them. But I think is Roy Krishna still a great option in ISL because age always catches, and that's the problem maybe. Hyderabad FC is still very active in the market. Joy Knowles they have signed. They have signed a couple of more Indian players, which is Silo they have signed. So I think they are looking into it. So I think let's see what happened. They will also announce their investors very soon, I am told. But there's some final formal paperwork is remaining regarding same. East Bengal also their Asian players is about to also get done, so we're going to wait for that. Ugbeche still not yet, but looks like maybe Northeast will try to finally get his signature done, but still not very far away from done. So let's look into it. Hopefully Ugbeche stays in India because he's a great striker to have. Gokulam Kerala will be in the AFC again in the Women's Championship as their application has been approved as an invite-based tournament. So I think that's the kind of some of the transfer rumors. Ishan Pandita saga is still on, nothing decided. Might be to Kerala, to Chennai, who are two clubs very keen into him. But his priority right now, Ishan Pandita priority is where he can play. That's important, and the salary demands are not also easy to match by. Ashish, do you think sports ministry cannot do anything? If sports minister kicks IOA member, it will happen in minute for us to go Asian game. Ashish, do you not know politician power? Kumar Reddy, I know politician power, but authority होता है ना, हमारे अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है या कुछ बना हुआ है, it's very clearly written that IOA has to approve the application first. Then exemption can be given by sports ministry, okay, they are not in top 8. But agar IOA application, if their IOA is not sending the application anymore, then sports ministry can't give the exemption. That's the major problem here. Chennai FC foreign updates, only Jordan Murray, Connor Shield confirmed. They are working towards those, the Connor Shield and Jordan Murray ke baad jo the remaining foreigners. Bangalore FC, of course, David Timmer didn't happen, so they have to fall back to their not second option but the parallel option they kept alongside David Timmer. David Timmer का भी यार contract ले लिया था सब कुछ, he took everything, but then eventually his family was not ready to come to India, so that's the reason he has not signed. So Goa have agreed everything with him. By seeing the team, what will be your top 6? ISL is interesting. Let's look. Let's come a little bit later. Ashish, are your team को भाई ऐसी बातें आप चैट पे मत लिखा करो यार. Will Kerala Blasters get a replacement Soteria, or will they play without a fun if they replace it with the Asian or different? Also, there is Justin to be noticed. Justin, see, what Kerala Blasters is doing is a good thing for Indian football because that will open a revenue for ISL clubs, more revenue because अगर वो एक foreigner develop कर पाते हैं who is 20, 21, they can make him play 2-3 years, 20, 24. If they can sell that player to Europe, that will give them massive revenue. But that's depend on how raw talent and how much talented Justin is. So that's one thing. Regarding replacing on the injured Asian player, I think they have to look into now first they're completing their foreigners and the Indian signing, and then they'll look into the budgets, what are available and what kind of players they are available. And there are some good Asian players here and there if they can look into it. But I think then they have one option of keeping the Joshua, the this lad registered and play with one less foreigner, even if he's because there's no mandatory rule of Asian player in the playing 11 or in the squad. So I think that's the thing, or maybe the squad they can keep it on a paper, even if it doesn't travel and anything as such. So I think, but they will sign a replacement. I feel Caleb Blaster. They're not going to keep it him just like that. By any update on names of new I-League teams from Delhi and Gurgaon? Bunker लोग अभी तक situation नहीं है. I think Delhi team also is not decided because AFF today is going to give them final documentation to start their official work. Can Kalyan Chawla become IEO president, also FM president same time? Mr. A, I think not. That does not allowed in Indian sports code. I have to check it, but I think he can't be a president of two. But IOA again is not like a federation. Like it's not Athletic Federation of India. It's not like Hockey Federation of India. It's something else. So I don't know. I have to check the rules. But ideally, देखो दो लोग same जैसे बॉक्सिंग फेडरेशन फुटबॉल फेडरेशन के प्रेसिडेंट नहीं हो सकते इंडिया में. आईओ का थोड़ा मुझे पढ़ना पड़ेगा क्या सिस्टम है क्या नहीं है. Huripam to BFC, done deal or close to done deal? Satvik Sudhi, I have not heard about Huripam anything as such. Ayush Adhikari to Chennai FC, done deal or not? Not done deal, not signed till now. Final paperwork still remaining. What is the percentage of Indian playing in Asian Games? Right now, not even 5%, until unless IOA leave their ego aside, it's not even 5%. Ashish bhai, any foreign updates for Northeast? Technopower, I think अभी देखो 2-3 प्लेयर का नाम सुना तो है बट अब तक कुछ कंफर्मेशन हमें मिल नहीं पा रहा है. तो दैट्स द होल थिंग. वेयर इज गांगटे इज हेल्डिंग. आई थिंक गांगटे का हेडिंग का इशू है कि ही इज कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड विद सुदेवा इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, एंड सुदेवा इज लेट मी लुक इनटू इट. आई हैव a list of players, the 4-5 players who are linked with who are with the who live with the Sudeva, and Sudeva ने अब तक क्योंकि clarity दी नहीं है in players को that where they can go. So I think that's the major problem here. I kept the somewhere. Okay, yep. Yeah, so सुदेवा के साथ है कोरो, गांगटे, डैनी मिठाई and one more player I think with the सुदेवा also. Yeah, ये 3 प्लेयर हैं सुदेवा के पास, एंड आई थिंक उनका थोड़ा अब तक कोई क्लैरिटी आया नहीं है सुदेवा से. सुदेवा से ज़्यादा सुदेवा हैव टू पे 3 to 4 players the salaries, they're still pending and the case is still pending with the AFF on that. Say update on left back, update of Caleb last heard they are looking for a contracted player. Yes, they are looking at a contracted player. They have looked various options. So ऐसा नहीं है कि Caleb Blaster have money. Caleb Blaster fans should not worry about they having less budget and everything. Sir, check out the video of how FC go announced the signing of Victor Rodriguez. Check करेंगे भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. We will check it later on. कटिस मैन के बारे में बताइए. I think he's a good striker. कुछ अच्छा है, उनका प्रोफाइल है स्कॉटलैंड में. देखो ऑनेस्टली मैंने खेलते हुए देखा नहीं तो कुछ बोलूँगा, पर जितने लोगों से बात हुई थी देखेंगे ही माइट डू वेल इन इंडिया, बट आई डोंट नो. अभी देखना पड़ेगा कि आईएसएल में कोई इंग्लिश स्ट्राइकर जिसने अच्छा किया हो, कोई है ऐसा इंग्लिश स्ट्राइकर जिसने अच्छा किया हो. अभी मैं कटिसमेंट डाला, प्रोफाइल हमारा ही आ गया. ही प्लेड फॉर सेंट मेरीन एंड I think he's played at a good level if you ask me, and not, he's just 1 year older than me, so not very old also. So that's all about, and looking at his numbers, let's look late. I have to check who are the English striker who have done one in ISL. कल पिछले सीजन ही scored 9 goals in Scottish Premier League, which is a great number. 2 goals in Scottish Cup and 2 assists. So 11 goals and 2 assists. If he can, I think if going by those numbers and converting the difficulty from Scottish League to ISL, he should be able to score 15 goals, depending on if they go in the playoffs and everything. And it's still not very old. 31 is not a bad age for a striker. And I think he is he is looking to be a, I think, great fit. But I think English strikers generally have struggled in India. मुझे नहीं पता if you guys in chat can remind me who was the last English striker who has done well in India in ISL especially. Daryl Duffy was not English, Scottish. He did well. Update on a CS अभी अब तक नहीं है. There is a we are trying looking for the update from FSDL fine on Kela Blaster also. We asked detail for it. क्या आप इरफान के बारे में कुछ बता सकते हो? यार इरफान यार इज अ ग्रेट वन ऑफ द अपकमिंग न्यू जनरेशन स्ट्राइकर. ओनली वरीड पॉइंट फॉर मी हिम इज दैट will he play at Chennai FC or not? But going by his stature, what he did in in Santosh Trophy and everything, and what he's done in local football in Bangalore, he is still very 22, very young, and that's the level. And he scored 36 goals in 24 games for Bangalore United. In BDFA leagues and everything. And I think also played well in the I-League second division, where he scored a total 13 goals, including the, I think, qualifiers and in the final round. And scored 15 goals in the BDFA Super Division in Bangalore. And there's a profile of him on Khelna which is can read, of course. And I think that's tell you everything, because these strikers, they can't get playing time in ISL level straight away and I-League level also. Sometimes you will find those strikers from lower level, like Chennai have done with Irfan. But how do you know about Minerva? I do know about Minerva in World Cup 35 is in Gotia, and they are down. Yeah, I following Piyush. देखा था मैंने Gotia में they are I think they are top of the group now, round of 16. Let's see how they do. But I think Gotia Cup का ना थोड़ा सा level पहले के उतने उसमें नहीं है. But I hope they go into the finals and we try to bring trophy home. Adam Lefondre, English striker in Mumbai City FC, and other than that, maybe one. And उसके अलावा I think और Michael Chopra was there, of course. He was the English, he was not Indian, not done well for Kerala Blaster also. But yeah, I think not many. भाई एंटोनियो लोपेज हवास का कब आएंगे कोलकाता? आई थिंक और सीजन स्टार्ट होने के टाइम पे ही आएंगे. मुझे लगता है उससे पहले आने वाले हैं. एज जान के क्या करोगे भाई? भाई एनी अपडेट ऑन उड़ीसा एफसी फुटबॉल उड़ीसा? यार अभी तो उड़ीसा एफसी का देखिए, अभी हम ही ने डील पूतिया का निकाला था. पूतिया हैव बीन साइन 3-year deal with Odisha FC. Undisclosed transfer fee have been given to Mohan Bagan for the same. So they are trying to get all the top targets of Sergio Lobera. I think Indian players, I don't think there are much remaining now. Maybe one or two signing more, but I don't think there's a massive major Indian players coming to Odisha FC anymore, because I think they are now focused shifted toward the foreigners. Mumbai City FC is invested in infrastructure. They are interested to invest in infrastructure, but to get build infrastructure in Bombay is not easy. अरे यार क्यों मेरी उम्र बढ़ा करा रहे हो भाई? आशीष नेगी के एजेंट, मैंने एजेंट अपॉइंट नहीं, का एजेंट बन चुके हो. आर चेन्नई एफसी इंटरेस्टेड इन नेशनल टीम प्लेयर डोमेस्टिक? यस. Ishan Pandita, they had some inter in Ishan Pandita, but I don't know where he will also play there, so I don't think he will go there. So I think Ishan Pandita will be great fit for Kerala Blasters, because they need an Indian striker definitely. That's my personal thought. I'm not saying that he's going to Kerala Blaster. Ashish, क्या लिख रहे हैं भाई? Is there anything positive about Indian team into team? I think only positive thing is कल्याण चौबे जी कुछ कर सकते हैं शायद. अब तो उसमें कुछ, क्योंकि आए हुए तो बिल्कुल अपनी नाक पे लेके बैठ गया इस बात को, एंड इनको पॉपुलर नहीं. व्हेन द फीफा वर्ल्ड कप वॉलीबॉल आज कमिंग, प्रशन बुनिया कल आ जाएगा आपके पास वीडियो. आई थिंक वो एडिट हो रहा है फीफा वर्ल्ड कप वाला वीडियो एज वी स्पीक इनसाइड द एडिटिंग रूम. कमिंस कब आएंगे कोलकाता? अब जल्दी आएंगे 20 जुलाई से. तो अब देखो अभी टीम, आई थिंक ही विल बी हियर in next couple of days. I have to check, but I think he should be here because they have to prepare for the AFC Cup games also. Hurt Kerala Blaster going for a DM from Europe. Are they going the same strategy of last year instead of going for another striker which had a success in Ivan Debusin? I think Gurudev have to check, because depend karta hai if they can get Ishan Pandita, then they're going to sign the foreign striker for sure. From Mumbai City, Mumbai City team is I think nearly done, so they are not going to much happen in their domestic players also now. मुंबई सिटी एफ इन डोमेस्टिक अभी यार मयंक अब नहीं कुछ होने वाला ज़्यादा वहाँ पे. मुंबई सिटी इज सर्चिंग फॉर लोकेशन फॉर इंफ्रा ट्रेनिंग सेंटर अकेडमी एंड दे वांट टू इन सिटीज दैट डोंट हैव अ ट्रैवल मच. एंड सिटी में आपका जगह कितनी बॉम्बे में आप देखो, और जगह लेने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा ये भी देखो आप. तो दे हैव टू वर्क विद द गवर्नमेंट टू डू द पब्लिक प्राइवेट द प्रोजेक्ट. Only one foreigner slot left for Odisha FC Asian. Any update on this? Any big Indian player coming for Odisha? आप बताइए उड़ीसा में स्पॉट्स कितने बचे हैं इंडियन प्लेयर्स के आने के लिए? पहले ना आप थोड़ा स्क्वाड, I know you guys are excited about transfer, but just see how many spots empty spots are there in your team anymore. So I think वो भी देखना पड़ेगा एक बार आप लोगों को. Will Round Glass able to survive? तो survive relegation तो सीजन है नहीं, अगले सीजन है तो इस सीजन तो सर्वाइव कर ही रहे हैं, अगले सीजन पता चलेगा. Heard BFC are interested in signing Mohan Bagan's defender player. True or false? True. There is a centre back which Bangalore FC is interested into it. Darren Claudia is looking into it. Sir, tell us something on Goa last foreigner. Still not done. भाई मोहन बगान जर्सी कंफर्मेशन कब आएगा? आई थिंक जर्सी भी लॉन्च होगा मोहन बगान का इसी एक अगले 7 to 8 डेज में. दैट्स व्हाट भुनिया जी होना चाहिए. व्हाट आर थॉट ऑन ट्रांसफर स्ट्रेटेजीज ऑफ ऑल आईएसएल टीम? आपका फनी एक स्टोरी बताता हूँ आईएसएल टीम की स्ट्रेटेजीज का. ठीक है, एक यंग इंडियन प्लेयर है, अंडर 17 एशिया कप टीम में था, तो आई नो दिस फनी स्टोरी. सो ऑफकोर्स 4-5 आईएसएल टीम को ऑफर भेज रही है. ठीक है, तो एक टीम बोलती है आपको हम 5 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देंगे, 40,000 महीना, 50,000 महीना, 60-70,000 पैसे हर ईयर, 10,000 की सैलरी बढ़ेगी. देयर विल बी बोनसेस इफ यू रीच टू द मेन स्क्वाड एंड एवरीथिंग. आपको हम चांस देंगे ऐसी पोजीशन पे जहाँ पे उसको प्लेयर को कम्पीट करना पड़ेगा. आप उस पोजीशन पे टीम का फर्स्ट टीम स्क्वाड का पार्ट होने के लिए, क्योंकि उस पोजीशन में 3 से 4 प्लेयर हो सकते हैं फर्स्ट टीम स्क्वाड में. ठीक है, तो कुछ क्लब ये बोलते हैं, दूसरे क्लब में बोलते हैं कि आप आइए, हम डेफिनेटली आपको फर्स्ट टीम स्क्वाड में डालेंगे, उसी प्लेयर को आपको थोड़ा पैसा भी ज़्यादा दे देंगे. एंड छोटे क्लब्स डेफिनेट, मैं छोटे मतलब छोटा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, जिन क्लब की कैचिंग पावर अभी कम है, मतलब जो लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं साइन करते हैं, जिनके सीजन अच्छे नहीं जाते, तो वो लोग अब उनको प्लेयर्स तो लेने तो क्या करेंगे, वो रिजर्व टीम बनानी है, तो बोलते हैं वो 10,000 एक्स्ट्रा सैलरी दे देंगे आपको, हम फर्स्ट टीम में स्क्वाड में रखेंगे, फर्स्ट टीम से ट्रेन करेंगे. तो ऐसे देते हैं. देयर इज वन क्लब इन आईएसएल वो सेज टू दीज यंग प्लेयर्स, आपको हम प्री सीजन में बुलाएंगे, 10 दिन आपको प्री सीजन कैंप में देखेंगे, अगर आप अच्छे हुए ठीक है तो आपको फर्स्ट टीम में रखेंगे, नहीं अच्छे हुए तो आपको हम रिजर्व टीम में डाल देंगे. अरे यार 10 डेज में इन अ प्री सीजन हाउ कैन यू डिसाइड अ प्लेयर इज गुड और बैड, एंड वो प्लेयर का वो तो कभी उस प्लेयर उस क्लब की तरफ जाएगा ही नहीं अगर आप ऐसे पिच करोगे. एंड आई थिंक this club is one of the most followed club in ISL, one of the biggest club in ISL in terms of the fan base and everything, and the management thought process is like to the young players कि आप आइए, हम आपको 10 दिन देखेंगे, उसके बाद डिसाइड करेंगे क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. So I think that's the thing. Not many Indian players in following Indian football team. I go on Instagram, is there any specific reason or they are just surprised by a performance? No, they follow it regularly यार, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. According to ISL प्रोफाइल, प्रॉफिटेबल होने के लिए FSDL को सीजन क्या करना चाहिए पीयूष? आई थिंक FSDL को ISL तो देखो प्रॉफिटेबल होना बहुत मुश्किल है. ब्रॉडकास्टिंग कॉस्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है, मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है, इवेंट्स की कॉस्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो एज अ लीग होना बहुत मुश्किल है. स्पॉन्सरशिप बढ़ानी चाहिए, मे बी दे शुड लुक फॉर हीरो तो ही और स्पॉन्सरशिप ढूंढनी चाहिए. जैसे फर्स्ट 2 सीजन में काफ़ी अच्छे स्पॉन्सर्स होते थे इनके पास. सात्विक ऑल दी बट स्टिल वोंट लाइक मी, इग्नोर. क्या बोल रहे हैं भाई आशीष नेगी दिन, कोई इग्नोर नहीं कर रहा है आपको. डिड यू नो अबाउट मुंबई लॉन्चिंग होम किट एज वेल विद देयर न्यू लोगो? यस, वी आर अवेयर ऑफ द डिटेल बट कुडंट टेल. भाई ब्रो बीसीसीआई पैसे देता है न्यूज़ चैनल को दूसरे स्पोर्ट्स कवर नहीं करने के लिए, हो सकता है भाई. हर्ड मोहम्मद रवि इज कंसिडर रिप्लेसमेंट सहल एंड केलर आर नेगोशिएटिंग विद हिम, इट्स ट्रू. गुरुदेव हैव टू चेक, आप लाते हो बड़े यूनिक. नो आशीष भाई, दे आर स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग ईगो टू. आई थिंक वो क्योंकि कोच से बात करते रहते हैं इंडियन ओरिजिन प्लेयर्स, स्टीफन से भी करते थे, तो आई एम श्योर दे टॉकिंग टू ईगो टी मैच ऑल्सो, एंड टी मैच डजंट हैव इन हैंड बिकॉज ही विल से आप पासपोर्ट लेना पड़ेगा आपको. सर शॉर्ट इन्फो अबाउट टारगेट ऑफ एफसी गोवा लास्ट फॉरनर, डायरेक्ट बोल दीजिए स्टिल नॉट डन. अभी तो डन नहीं हुआ है, बट द टारगेट वॉज पैरेलली शॉर्टेड बाय एफसी गोवा alongside डेविड टिमर, because they knew David Timmer has a high chance of not coming if his family doesn't allow him to come. So it's not they have to work from zero now. The work was 70% down. They have to just do the last 30%. भाई मोहन बगान का ट्रांसफर अभी complete है, nearly complete ही है. Only the couple of position are empty, and I think if there are any outgoing, then there might be some incoming coming also accordingly. Let's see. एनीथिंग और हितेश शर्मा अभी तक कुछ नहीं है. इल ख्याति का फिटनेस का रिकॉर्ड के पंगे हैं, और अब तो आईएसएल टीम मेडिकल्स भी कर रही है प्लेयर साइन करने से पहले, फॉर एग्जांपल प्रॉपर मेडिकल्स. सो आई थिंक इफ ही इज फिट ही शुड बी, बट आई थिंक चेन्नई एफसी ही इंटरेस्टेड है, बाकी किसी क्लब का नाम मैंने भी सुना नहीं है उनमें इंटरेस्टेड होने का. सो इफ चेन्नई डोंट रिटेन हिम देन लुक्स टफ फॉर हिम टू बी इन आईएसएल दिस सीजन. हरिपाम टू मोहन बगान नॉट पॉसिबल, इज नॉट गोइंग. इफ ही इज गोइंग ही वुड हैव बीन गॉन टू प्रीतम स्वैप डील. Bangalore FC interested in Mohan Bagan defender, but Indian. How soon do you think Caleb Blaster will sign a left back? 10 days. All these bots, all these books, but you still left me on road. Left me on read? क्या बोल रहे हो भाई, क्या हो गया, कौन सी चीज़ घुट्टी पी लिया आपने आज? How much broadcast revenue could be there in next season based on 130 crore last season? आई थिंक देखिए रेवेन्यू मतलब ये बढ़ेगा क्योंकि 10-10 करोड़ 15 करोड़ हर सीजन बढ़ रहा है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वैल्यू. सो इट माइट टच अराउंड 150 करोड़ पर सीजन फ्रॉम दिस सीजन ऑनवर्ड्स. बट उसमें कितना एक्चुअली प्रॉफिट बनेगा वो एक मेजर सीन है. पर डिपेंडिंग ऑन देखो कैसा होता है, क्या है नहीं क्या नहीं है. डूरन कप अपडेट, डूरन कप तो देखो अब सोनी पे आएगा 2 साल के लिए. पहली अपडेट तो यह है. फुल फ्लेज तैयारियां चल रही हैं. नॉर्थ ईस्ट इज सेंडिंग देयर फर्स्ट टीम, बेंगलुरु एफसी सेंडिंग देयर रिजर्व टीम, Chennai FC is sending a mix of first team players, Indian players, and the reserve team player. KL Blaster is sending there again mixed team, first and reserve mix. That's the thing. And उसके अलावा और कौन से क्लब्स हैं? मोहन बगान की भी मिक्स खेलेगी डूरन कप में डिपेंडिंग ऑन द शेड्यूल. East Bengal is they don't have a proper reserve team as such, but yeah, they will also send a mixed team. So I think majority teams first team भेजने ही वाली है उस पे डूरन कप में. केरला ब्लास्टर टू चांस फॉर ईशान पंडिता. आई थिंक मेरे लिए तो बेस्ट वेडिंग है बिटवीन ईशान पंडिता एंड केरला ब्लास्टर. बोथ बेट फीट फॉर ईच अदर. उसको क्लब चाहिए वेयर ही कैन प्ले रेगुलरली, maybe the second choice, but then he can compete with the first choice striker. Kerala Blaster definitely need an Indian striker, definitely. With Sahel going now, they already have less Indian attackers, so they should go for Shan Pandita. Talking about chances, I feel it's 55% to Kerala Blaster. That's what I feel because considering what other clubs are on right now. So let's see. Could you make please video on the current revenue model of ISL and how it could change from next season? ये डिफरेंट है ना. अब ISL की बात करो, ISL क्लब्स की बात करो, दोनों अलग अलग एंटिटी है, दोनों अलग अलग तरीके से काम करती हैं. सर डूरन कप का नॉकआउट स्टेज का सिस्टम क्या होगा? 6 ग्रुप हैं और 8 टीम जाती हैं. 6 ग्रुप हैं तो आई थिंक बेस्ट थर्ड प्लेस टीम जाएंगी 3 और मेरे हिसाब से तो नहीं. प्री मैं देख लेता हूँ एक बार, बता 1 सेकंड रुको आप मुझे, क्योंकि 6 ग्रुप्स हैं. क्वार्टर फाइनल्स होंगे तो आपको 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 टीमें जानी चाहिए. तो 2 ओके सो देर नॉट एवरी ग्रुप से 2 टीमें नहीं जाएंगी. दैट्स व्हाट let me look into it, just give me 1 second. I think 6 teams and then best 2 second place team will go to the knockout round. So they will do the quarter final. That's what they will do, AFC model. 2 best second place team will go through. So आप just hit the like button. The 200 people are watching. हमने ऑलरेडी बहुत चीज़ों के बारे में बात किया. एशियन गेम्स के बारे में आपको वीडियो देखना पड़ेगा स्टार्टिंग से एक बार जाके, क्या है क्या नहीं है. स्टार स्पोर्ट्स की सेल के ऊपर बात की हम लोगों ने, वो देखना चाहिए. उसके अलावा ISL थोड़े ट्रांसफर्स डिस्कस किए हैं. एंड वुमेंस फुटबॉल टीम में अब कोच भी नया है, अंडर 16 टीम में हमारे इस्फाक आ गए हैं, तो वो भी देखना है. रिमेनिंग केरला ब्लास्टर फॉरेन साइनिंग वर्किंग ऑन. लोबेरा वॉन्ट ईशान से फुटबॉल उड़ीसा. Odisha FC. Oh, I think he can be. I think he can go there. I'm not saying, but I think I've never thought about Odisha FC because I thought I think they also have a vacancy for Indian striker for sure. Can you expect for FC go last foreigner from ISL or Europe? I think it will be Europe. But to North is not possible. I think talk did held, but not confirmation as of anyhow on that. मोहन डिफेंडर इंडियन प्लेयर सुमित अनवर तो क्यों जाएंगे? अनवर तो भी साइन किया उन्होंने. हाउ सून डू यू थिंक केरला ब्लास्टर विल साइन? आई थिंक इन 7 days. Sad Hanif. Any Chennai FC interested in Yasir as a Thapa replacement? I think Yasir will stay at Hyderabad. That's what I'm told. So if Kerala sign Justin on a permanent will, it will create a different pathway for football development in Indian football. Considering it's 20-year-old non-developed player, is there any success chances? Yes, it will create a different pathway, different revenue model also. For the Indian football clubs, we can say Kerala Blaster can make a revenue model, play Justin for 3 years, sell him in Europe for 15-20 crores. That is a 1-year franchise fee or a 1-year salary cap for their teams. Not bad if they can do it successfully. Is Mumbai City sending? They will send their first team in the Dual. Yes, Mayank Pawar, you are right. 3rd division I League कब start हुआ? पहले तो I League तो start हो जाए यार, अभी 3rd division तो start. मतलब 2nd डिवीज़न की बात कर रहे हो, पता नहीं यार, अभी तो पहले आई लीग स्टार्ट होने की डेट्स मिलनी चाहिए हम लोगों को, वो मुश्किल लग रहा है इस टाइम पे. केरला ब्लास्टर लुकिंग फॉर हिज रिप्लेसमेंट जोशुआ, बट लेट्स सी, वी हैव टू वेट. दे विल लुक फॉर द अदर ऑप्शन टू बी डन फर्स्ट. When will the national team leave for Kings Cup? I think maybe 3 to 4 days before the actual Kings Cup. Haripam to BFC is true. Not heard anything as such. Have to check. Uh, is there any? There is no communal derby. Oh, यार Twitter पे mail. This is just funny thing. But talking about issues, I think Indian football should stand with Manipur. Manipur have produced best Indian footballers at the men's and the women's level. I think there was a one time the Indian women's team was a 9 player from Manipur, all the Devis, and I think what happening in Manipur, Indian sports, Indian football have to come together and support Manipur. I think there's no issues in the world where you can't solve these issues with talking. Violence should not be an option. Even not last resort should not be an option at all. All the parties should come together, listen to their sports stars like Mirabai Chanu, Jiksan Singh, what they have saying. Talk. Government should bring everybody in the same table, same forum, and then make sure they speak to each other, fix the differences, and stop this violence. It's hammering Indian sports, it's hammering Indian football, it's hammering people life. जो videos निकल के आ रहे हैं, it's terrible. It's one of the worst thing anybody can see in their life, and I think I hope they figure out. आई होप दे फिगर आउट कि क्या चल रहा है क्या चल रहा है. शुभजीत ट्वीट कर देंगे यार, देखते हैं. मैं करता हूँ कुछ ना कुछ. थैंक यू वेरी मच. बात करेंगे उस बारे में. आप लोग भी ट्वीट कर सकते हैं, मुझे टैग कर लेना. इस फ्रेंचाइजी फी रिमूव फ्रॉम 2025 हाउ मच विल इफेक्ट द क्वालिटी ऑफ आईएसएल? फ्रेंचाइजी फी रिमूव होगी. देखो मेजर जो फ्रेंचाइजी फी का यूज़ होता है लीग को ऑर्गेनाइज करने में, लीग को प्रोडक्शन प्रोड्यूस करने में. बट आप अगर ब्रॉडकास्टर भी पैसा दे रहे हैं, प्रोडक्शन चीप नहीं है. आईएसएल प्रोडक्शन इज़ ऑफ वेरी हाई क्वालिटी. जो लीग का ब्रॉडकास्टिंग प्रोडक्शन है, multiple camera angles, slow mos and everything. Now people are demanding VAR, for example. VAR के अलग demands है, तो you need a camera fix at the particular location to do particular actions in a play of a football game. So I think that's the thing. So let's see. I think how they do it. I have to study the books, but see, ISL, they have to, as a league, they have to go into generating more revenue. Have a deal with EA. They already have a deal with EAC that can help make EA deal more bigger. They should have a deal with try to get Nike Adidas a ball deal maybe. To generate more revenue again. Nivea is there of course, but they can maybe bring Nike Adidas back in Indian football. So these kind of things they have to do more. So franchisee fee का but एकदम से आप हटा दोगे 150-200 करोड़ उनके किटी से, थोड़ा मुश्किल तो होगा उनके लिए अपने day-to-day operations करना. अपडेट दे दिए. आई हैव गिवन द ईशान पंडिता अपडेट ऑलरेडी. इज ऑलरेडी फेल्ड टू फॉलो द मच पब्लिसाइज AFF कैलेंडर. AFF already failed to follow the much publicized AFF calendar, failed to host Gold Cup. I think Gold Cup is the major failure. Calendar तो आया था यार. If I'm not wrong, I have seen the calendar coming up. ये चीज़ है. एंड जूलियस ने कमेंट किया, टैग किया है. एंड आई थिंक एक बार और बता देता हूँ कि स्टार स्पोर्ट्स ने 132 करोड़ रुपए दिए थे FSDL को टू ब्रॉडकास्टिंग राइट, एंड जियो ने दिए हैं 32 करोड़ रुपए फॉर दी डिजिटल राइट्स. एंड आई थिंक हॉटस्टार ने दिए हैं अराउंड 55 करोड़ अगेन फॉर द डिजिटल राइट्स. सो ये है पिछले 21-22 के नंबर्स. अभी लेटेस्ट नंबर्स अभी आए नहीं है, तो वो हफ्ते वेट करेंगे. जब वाईफाई और रिप्लाई हो स्लो तो समझ जाओ. अच्छा, आज नेगी जी, आशीष नेगी का एजेंट को क्या हो गया भाई? कैसी बातें कर रहे हो आप? An additional signing on left back position for Kerala Blaster. No quality player are there in that position for Kerala Blaster. They will definitely have a new left back, Kerala Blaster. That's what I can tell. Any additional signing on left that I've taken. Though this is a time for football developing in the country. Please allow in Asian Games, Indian sports. हम तो बोल ही रहे हैं यार. The video whole first 10 minutes is all about Asian Games only. भाई मोहन बगाना कौन से डिफेंडर को देख रहा है BFC? संतनु मुनिया मल्टीपल नहीं है, बट आई थिंक सुमित राठी को है, बट आई डोंट थिंक रिलीज सुमित राठी आल्सो. व्हाई गिव एक्सक्लूसिव अबाउट HFC इन्वेस्टर ऑन खेल नाउ? व्हेन आप पूछना चाह रहे हैं क्या अल्केश बैनी? अभी क्लियरेंस नहीं मिला यार. द पेपर वर्क इज फाइनल, इज नॉट साइन. देयर सम काइंड ऑफ अ कैचिंग थिंग नीड टू बी डन बाय क्लब with the previous documents and everything. Then only they will have officially announced. By will the Manipur violence affect our national team, since we have a lot of team members from both communities? Will it harm the integrity of our team? I think our players are very smart. They know that what happening on ground is actually driven by people, personal vendetta, politics, and everything. So I don't think if our player from both community, they're going to affect our national team as such. The players knows that this thing does not matter. That's the thing, and I'm still surprised that the government of India couldn't control it, what happened there, and these more videos will come. I'm telling you, I'm told by, I was talking to a couple of players, they say the actual scenario जो हुआ है मणिपुर में, सर वो अभी बाहर आएगा बिकॉज अब इंटरनेट आ रहा है तो लोग वीडियोस शेयर करना चालू कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इंटरनेट बैन रहा है वहाँ पे बहुत टाइम तक, तो वीडियोस बाहर निकल के नहीं आए हैं. एक्चुअल वीडियोस अभी और आएंगे, एंड आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू ब्रिंग अ शेम टू आवर कंट्री, शेम टू अस, same to our community, as a country. I think hopefully government react it quickly, figure out, and make sure the punishment is given everybody. The video aaya hai for the two females, I think incident happened, okay, that's one thing. They have waited for a month. It's a 4th May, I think 4th May का इंसिडेंट है. 2 महीने के बाद आप वीडियो आने के बाद FIR हो रही है, वीडियो आने के बाद आप आप किसी को वो कर रहे हो, अरेस्ट कर रहे हो. इफ द वीडियो वुड हैव नॉट कम, कुछ भी नहीं होता. एंड दैट्स द मोस्ट बैड थिंग एंड वरीड थिंग फॉर मी, एंड आई एम दिस इज अ स्पोर्ट्स चैनल. Of course, we don't want to get involved in politics, but this is affecting us also. And I think whoever have seen those videos, and there is another video I have seen now, and I don't want people to watch it again. That whole village is burned by people, and people are dying on road. They just died. You can see that they are burned dead bodies on the roads, and I think which is again very painful to see. And I think and I was talking to that footballer. He told me, भैया अभी जो हम लोग ने देखा है, आप लोग अभी वीडियोस में और आएंगे, and I think it is very sad. I don't think players or anybody can come back from getting affected like that. People say nothing is impossible, but I say I nothing every day. I don't know क्या बोल रहा मैं. When wrestlers were protesting, beaten by police, Indian footballers were standing with them. Now when where are the wrestlers? Also wrestlers. घोष जी, यही चीज़ है. इंडियन फुटबॉल जब अच्छा करता है तो सबको ट्वीट करना होता है, सबको क्रेडिट लेना होता है, सबको एंगेजमेंट चाहिए होती है सोशल मीडिया पे. जब इंडियन फुटबॉल को सपोर्ट चाहिए तो कोई ट्वीट नहीं करेगा, कुछ नहीं करेगा, हार्डली एनी सपोर्ट एज सच. हमें अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़नी पड़ेगी. आई थिंक हम लड़ेंगे, आप लोग सपोर्ट करिए. एंड आई थिंक जो कमेंट सेक्शन में दिख रहा है 430 वोट्स आए हैं, एंड एवरीबडी हैज वोटेड फॉर यस. हमें अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़नी पड़ेगी, एंड वो लड़ाई शायद हमें लड़नी ही पड़ेगी. पर अभी जो कहानी है, मुश्किल दिख रहा है इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम का उस चीज़ में. गाइज, आई थिंक लेट्स थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. आप डू हिट द लाइक बटन. 139 लाइक हुए हैं, 200 से ऊपर लोग देख रहे थे, 200 लाइक होने चाहिए. वेटिंग फॉर माई वीडियो ऑन वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स. इट्स शॉर्ट डन, एडिटिंग चल रही है. देवाशीष आ जाएगा बहुत जल्दी. आई होप देवाशीष आपको जर्सी मिल गई है. आई थिंक अदर विनर्स ऑल्सो गेट द जर्सी. नॉक नॉक, हु इज देयर? आइसक्रीम हु? आइसक्रीम इफ. भाई आज क्या हो गया भाई, कौन सा सस्ते नशे करके आए हो? Thank you very much guys for joining in. There is another live schedule on the studio. I have to give जमीन वापस करनी है मुझे स्टूडियो की. Why not Bollywood actor or any big celebrities are promoting Indian? करेंगे ना प्रमोट, अभी जब अच्छा होगा तब प्रमोट करेंगे अपनी एंगेजमेंट के लिए. सबको एंगेजमेंट तो चाहिए होती है ज़िंदगी में. Yes, got the jersey, fitting it well. Devashish, congratulations. I hope other winners have also got their jerseys, and I hope so just to give an update, we are planning for a long association with 656 for the Indian football team games. So there are going to be more of chances for the jerseys to be won on this channel. So make sure subscribe, notification bell, and watch our videos. We're bringing other videos also. Sports news are daily. There is a Commonwealth Games host video, and make strong opinion. अपनी personal देना चाहता हूँ. I think Commonwealth Games को बंद कर देना चाहिए. That's my personal opinion. किसी काम का नहीं है. Very honest. It's just another tool for Indian athletes. The competition is very bad to go there and get the government jobs, promotion in the government jobs. I think our focus should be the Asian Games, Olympics, Asian Games, Olympics, the World Championship. Commonwealth Games, Australia की priority में नहीं है. Only England is keeping it that alive by hosting it again. As Victoria in Australia have said they're not going to host the Commonwealth Games. Who is going to host it again? England. That's the video detail. Will England host it? Can India come as a wild card? But should India spend billions of dollars to host a Commonwealth Games? That's also a big together, and I hope there will be the timestamp in the comment section put in by our mods for the information. And so do watch other videos on the channel. रेसलिंग कर रहे हैं बच्चे लोग WWE, उनको भी आप इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड WWE शुड वॉच इट. But there's a cricket channel called Khel Cricket on our YouTube where you should go and subscribe. Next episode का agenda FIFA qualifier group रखो since draw will be happen. Yes, Ashu 26 I know एक अलग से वीडियो भी आ रहा है FIFA वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर का. आशीष नेगी एजेंट, आई एम बैक, आई मिस टुडेज लाइव. तो भाई कमेंट कौन कर रहा था? आइसक्रीम नॉक नॉक ऐसे कमेंट कौन कर रहा था अगर आप नहीं थे तो? भाई एजेंट पी के क्यों आया है? अंकुर जैन सही बोल रहे हैं, बिल्कुल ऐसी लग रहा था कि वो पी के ही आए हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच, यू नो, एंड डू सपोर्ट अदर स्पोर्ट्स. देयर आर मैनी थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन in Indian sports. Busy calendar, Asian Games is there, you know, then there is of course cricket में दो cricket world cup है, Asia कप है फुटबॉल में, you know, Olympics ही अगले साल आ रहा है तो Olympics qualifiers चल रहे हैं, वेरियस इवेंट में बैडमिंटन चल रहा है, टेनिस चल रहा है, सारा कवरेज. अब खेलनाओं पे आपको सब स्पोर्ट्स की कवरेज एक ही जगह मिलेगी, आपको मल्टीपल वेबसाइट्स तरफ जाना नहीं है. आप कोई भी एक भी चीज़ इंडियन फुटबॉल में मिस नहीं करोगे. अगर आप खेलनाओं पे जाओगे तो आपको सब मिल जाएगा. तो आपको एक ही वेबसाइट को टैब करके सब कुछ रखना चाहिए. और एक और मैं आपको चीज़ बता दूं, देयर इज खेलनाओ मोबाइल ऐप कमिंग सून. सो फ्रॉम वेबसाइट you're going to have iOS, Android Khelnao app coming very soon. Not in 1 month time, but yeah, we are working towards to bring it during the Asian Games or during the Cricket World Cup. But you definitely not coming to मेरे पे मतलब I have received APKs for testing and everything. So you know, make sure अब जब भी आएगी आप डाउनलोड करना. एंड आई थिंक ऑन द खेलनाओ मोबाइल ऐप विल गोइंग टू डू सम एक्सक्लूसिव लाइव्स ड्यूरिंग द डे. एवरी डे देयर माइट बी वन लाइव कमिंग अप. सो जब भी आएगी ऐप जरूर डाउनलोड करना, बिकॉज दैट्स आवर वे टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल इन इंडियन स्पोर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री. ठीक है गाइज, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. I will see you again in the next week in the Inside Indian Football. But the video on the World Cup qualifiers, I hope it is edited now, will be coming soon on this channel. And do watch that video, share it among your fans. There's a message for Indian government, AFF and all football fans in that video. Thank you very much. I will see you again next week, Thursday, maybe 6 p.m. if there is no cricket game. Thank you.